clip.
How's your finances, Greece?
Not so good. Austerity's only made things worse.
Well, have more austerity then.
But it doesn't work. It's making it harder for us to recover.
We need to squeeze the poor to pay for the mistakes of the rich and make them richer. Simply borrow another 7.2 billion euros that will make sure you can never pay back, so you'll be in our debt forever.
Oh, Euclid, there's no point in pretending it's not happening or having a referendum.
Euro.com, making sure our fat cats get fatter.
Tonight at 11.
Doom! This is BBC One, and now it's time for tonight's
World BeNEWSment 10. Live. Now in HD. Wow!
Kips clips.
Alrighty, YouTube, another one of Kips Clips. Shit, I forgot to put my sunglasses on. How could I see? How can I see in the dark without my sunglasses on? Anyway. Oh shit. They're the wrong ones. Where are the other ones? Ah shit. No, I don't. Did that. Leave them in my bag on my travels, I did. These are my seeing in the dark glasses. Anyway, welcome to our World BeNEWSment at 10 live, now in HD, so thanks for joining. Feel free to tell a friend, all that good stuff, share it and stuff. It's an alternative look at the news. Get you thinking about the bullcrap they're serving up instead of just blindly sitting there and either gobbling it up or ignoring it. Both probably not good. Anyway, welcome everybody. Feel free to stick a wee thumbs up, it is much appreciated if you do enjoy the World BeNEWSment. Heather in the evening, Heather, how you doing? Don't know how hot it is over there in Florida, but it's definitely hot over here in Scotland. Alan, how you doing, my man? Lowlands, Collyman, Blazing, how you doing, guys and girls? Lewis in the evening, Collyman, Blazing, Tazzy, how you doing, Tazzy? Hope you're good. And anybody else that may watch after the fact as well. In the evening, everybody. Thanks for joining. So let's get on with the Sky News BeNEWSment. Britain's Rupert Murdoch entity.
Scathing criticism of the former BHS boss, Dominic Chappelle, branded a liar and accused of making a death threat.
Well, what's this all about? Is this just like, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, man, like, can I run through the 1,000,001 other things that's actually happening in the world that may be a wee bit important and also might actually make people more informed, which ultimately this is the disguise that this programme, this propaganda machine hides under?
It's my business, I can do what I want. And if you kick off about it, I'm going to come down there and kill you.
I'm going to come down there and kill you if you kick off about it, and they're calling that a death threat. Fuck me, man. I thought the Sunday Sport had stopped getting published in this country. In fact, I think it has stopped getting published, but the writers have now just moved on to Sky News.
Deadline extended. Online chaos means more time to register to vote in the EU referendum. Some campaigners have cried foul. Jeremy Corbyn agrees to make his own TV.
There's Boris Johnson. Boris Johnson. Jeremy Corbyn's left-hand woman is Boris Johnson. Work that out.
On Sky News, he'll face questions from young voters. Grand slammed former tennis world #1 Maria Sharapova criticises a 2-year ban for failing a drugs test. She says she'll appeal. Guilty of attempted murder, the man who tried to behead a stranger at a London tube station. Truly incredible, but he's missing the rain. Tim Peake reflects on his 6 months in space as he prepares to return to Earth. And we'll take a look at tomorrow's front pages. That's in the press preview at 10:30. And a very good evening. There were incredible scenes in Westminster today, where MP...
What is it with some of these news presenters? It's over in America as well. I think it was the BBC guy reporting in America. And they look like they count out of Sesame Street. One lie! Two lies! Three lies! That's how many stories we've told you tonight! Or is it just me? A touch of the vampire about them?
Winning the collapse of the high street retailer BHS were presented with extraordinary accusations of death threats and management failures.
Death threats. I'm going to fucking kill you, by the way. Death threat! Oh! Me fucking think she's a bat. The headline? Top story?
Boss.
A business fails and there's a scumbag running a business. Oh my god, stop the press!
Who bought BHS for just £1, was accused of threatening to kill the company's chief executive. He was also branded a Premier League liar with his fingers in the till, but he fought back, rubbishing the claims and promptly shifting the blame onto Sir Philip Green, the man who sold him the firm. Sky City editor Mark Kleinman reports.
The people that Dominic surrounded himself with were not fit for purpose.
Rather than putting money in, he got his fingers in the till.
It just did not smell right.
You see all these sound bites?
If you kick off about it, I'm going to come down there and kill you.
If you kick off about it, I'm going to come down there and kill you. A death threat. I don't think he actually meant I'm going to come down there and actually chop your head off, by the way.
Billionaire tycoons and secret property deals. Not a Hollywood film, but another chapter in the unfolding crisis at BHS. Today, this man was in MP's firing line. Dominic Chappelle, a twice bankrupt former racing driver who bought the chain last year. Under Mr. Chappelle's ownership, BHS has collapsed into administration, threatening 11,000 jobs and the retirement incomes of 20,000 pension scheme members. Former BHS executives were scathing.
I think I'm duped. I think the technical term is a mythomaniac. The layperson's term is he was a Premier League liar and a Sunday pub league retailer. At best.
Mr. Chappelle stands accused of extracting millions of pounds from BHS in unauthorised payments, and he admits that despite the company's financial problems, he personally profited from his 13-month ownership.
Why were you taking cash out of the business?
I will give you a full breakdown of that on a spreadsheet. I'm not going to go line item by line item, but I will give you a full breakdown of that.
But give us a flavour.
No, I won't. I will give you a full breakdown of that as soon as practically possible.
Oh, what?
But he said the blame for BHS's demise lies as much with Sir Philip Green, the tycoon who sold it to him after rescue talks in April failed to result in a deal.
Philip Green found out that he was that it was Sports Direct.
Right, you see what's, I don't know, I'm getting this sense of somebody sold him a lemon and and they're trying to set them. I don't know. There's something going on here I can't quite put my finger on.
We went and we were speaking to, there was a willing buyer and a willing seller for the business, and Mike was going to save the business. Philip found out about it, went absolutely insane. He was screaming and shouting down the phone that he didn't want to get involved with Mike Ashley, etc., etc.
Mike Ashley's name comes back up in this. Coincidence?
There's the notice that tipped us over.
Mr. Chappelle also alleged today that the terms of his takeover of BHS were radically changed by Sir Philip. He bought the company for just £1. But instead of being debt-free and shed of its pension liabilities, it had total borrowings of over £1 billion. BHS's pension deficit now stands under one calculation at more than £570 million. The lurid tale of BHS's recent ownership has drawn the attention of regulators as well as parliament.
And do you know what that translates into? They've conned people out of £1 billion of their pensions. So people who have been working all their life, paying in, being a real good little slave, Yeah, I'll just take this money for you, investment, and it's gone. But hold on, that was what, and it's gone. But if you give me 20 pence, I can give you a report on it. Give me, and it's gone.
So Philip is expected to have to pay hundreds of millions of pounds to help plug the pension scheme hole.
Was it his intention having this guy who you could then hand the business on to, after all he was 3 times bankrupt?
So he sold a business for £1, but the kind of small print was the business is kind of £1.3 billion worth of debt. Now they're saying that the black pension black hole, let's not talk about how they wiped off more than £500 million off the pension black hole. I think they killed the old people. But shh. And they've got it down to £500 million, or over £500 million, and this guy's still a bad guy, but I don't know.
Long enough so that, in a sense, any responsibility for the employees, 11,000 of them, 20,000 pensioners, would actually be, there'd be a safe distance between him.
11,000 pensioners. Boop! Boop, boop. Give me your money, I'll just invest that for you, stocks and shares, and it's gone.
And the old regime.
One former BHS employee reacted to today's proceedings with dismay.
We've yet to see.
I used to think they were such a good company. Yeah, British Home Stores. I think I could trust.
Anybody's done anything illegal, whether or not they've done anything illegal, they're certainly morally corrupt.
Miss.
Are you noticing the pattern? This is part of the pattern I'm noticing. It's trial by social media. That video the other day, trial by social media. It's people getting hung out to dry, even though they've not broke the law, just because BBC News tells you they're bad. And excuse me for being sceptical about BBC News and this whole fucking thing. I just don't, I don't trust this guy as much as I trust the people reporting on this guy telling me he's a bad guy. So
has agreed to supply MPs with more details of BHS's finances during his brief ownership. When Sir Philip arrives in Westminster next week, he will face similar questions about this deepening scandal. Mark Kleinman.
Yeah, I start having a coffee before this, man. I fucking might go to my bed.
Vote in the EU.
It's the news, that's what it's doing it.
On Thursday, after the deadline was extended. The official website crashed during a last-minute rush to log on last night, which meant thousands were unable to sign up.
Oh my god, I can't fucking sign my soul away. I can't get anybody to run my life for me. I will hand over the responsibility, and if anything goes wrong, point to them and go, it was your fault.
Voters demand answers about the country's big decision. Today, the Labour leader, Jeremy Corbyn, confirmed he'll take part in his one and only live TV set-piece event right here on Sky News ahead of polling day.
Right here on Sky News.
Reports.
Get online and register. It only takes a few minutes.
Make sure you
Both sides the same message. Get your vote out for the EU referendum.
Soon, every household in the UK will receive an impartial guide to voting.
Soon, every Scottish voice-over actor in the world will get a job doing some shit like this. Whether it be for fucking Game of Thrones or this pish.
But last night, as the midnight legal registration deadline loomed, disaster. The website crashed under the weight.
Oh, disaster! Digital voting and shit registration. You register your car, you hand it over ownership. You register your kid, you're handing over ownership. You register your vote, what are you handing over ownership of? Think about it. It's the same language. Apply, because people know what I'm talking about there, the birth certificate thing and the driving certificate, driving license thing. Apply that to registering to vote. And then apply it to the... Then think of the government's always forcing you or trying to encourage you to vote. Yes, if you don't vote, you can't have a say. You can't change the fucked up system if you don't vote for the fucked up system.
Hundreds of thousands of last-minute voters. The government quickly on the case. Carry on registering regardless, said the Prime Minister.
I'm very clear that people should continue to
Very clear. Carry on regardless. What?
register today. The Electoral Commission have made a statement this morning urging the government to consider options that would effectively extend the deadline.
Nicola Naylor from Wilmslow was one of the army of people who felt her family had been disenfranchised, as 214,000 people tried to register in 1 hour.
Intelligence work takes place within a strong legal framework. We operate under the rule of law and are accountable for it. In some countries, secret intelligence is used to control their people. In ours, it only exists to protect
Their freedoms. Protect their freedoms. Protect their freedoms. Protect their freedoms. Register to protect your freedoms, slaves.
You will obey.
AMP was suggesting a legal challenge, a higher turnout, could end up benefiting Remain.
If you look back, for example, to the Quebec referendum on independence back in the 1990s.
If you look back to back in the day when, yes, we were all little fools and really loved arguing about the crumbs falling off the big table, what. Yes, just back in the fucking bushy, tailed wee Sky political analyst Harry F.E.A.R. Fuck's sake, mate, you look like a fucking school kid.
Came down to less than 1% either way, so those sort of few thousand voters could actually make a gigantic difference in a referendum like this.
Gigantic, just like your ears, pal.
Of interest not seen since the Scottish referendum, where more voters turned out to vote in any election since 1918. Indeed, the Electoral Commission is making plans for a massive turnout.
Whether that will...
I voted. I didn't register to vote, by the way, but I did get registered, but against my will.
Registration until midnight tomorrow. Even with an extra 2 days to register, 80% turnout seems...
And I can actually say I did get the opportunity to shout at this guy in the flesh and ran away and had to get his bouncers and all that to come in. Down in Bilderberg 2001, or 1887 I think it was. Bilderberg 1887, I remember it well. Alex Jones was still, I've been assaulted by security. I'm getting flung out of the hotel. I've booked in to be a pain in the arse.
So Islam, Sky News.
Our chief political correspondent, John Craig, is in Westminster for us this evening. John, no doubt that he would say that...
No doubt, I hear the patients saying...
...when agreeing to join us here...
So stop complaining. It's Sky News, what do you expect?
Labour MPs who have been accusing Mr Corbyn of not doing enough for the Remain campaign in recent weeks. This will probably be his most high-profile...
Fuck's sake, that guy's head is actually shaped like a raindrop. You know, it's like skinnier at the top and he's fatter. As all he's fat. And starts congealing in his chin and all that. Quick! Buckle him in! Staple his tie!
It will please those Labour people who...
Like, that would be my mafia name for him. Hey, teardrop!
There's a boost for both sides, as well as the news about Mr Corbyn on Sky News. The Daily Telegraph...
Corbyn's Batman name would be like the Scarecrow Assassin. He fucking looks like a fucking scarecrow, doesn't he? Fucking coat hangers still in his suit jacket and all that.
And she said, rejoice, rejoice. Well, he's quitting the Tories, accusing Mr Cameron and Mr Osborne of alienating Conservatives in protest at Project F.E.A.R, the Telegraph says. Sir John Knott quitting or suspending rather his membership.
I'm hearing the Fox News like droning on.
At the same time, it's also being reported tonight that a current politician, Sarah Wollaston, who chairs the Health Select Committee, is a GP. It's being reported, is going to defect from Vote Leave. Now, for weeks she's been criticising this controversial, much disputed and denied claim about 300...
Controversial, much disputed, denied claim. He's reporting on this. Mate, is this Sky News or OK fucking magazine? Oh, what shoes is she wearing?
£50 million going to Brussels, which could be spent on the NHS. She said that is a cynical...
I says it, she says it, you says it, I says it, she says that I popped in just for the stamp.
Distortion. She's refused to hand out their leaflets, and she's saying that the public are being treated...
Fuck's sake, fat man. Can you not, like, at least, like, if you can't speak for here or memorise your pathetic little fucking lines before you go on camera, get a teleprompter like the rest of you jackasses, man. Fucking instead of sitting there like, Ashley.
I vote leave over that claim. It's claimed she's going to quit.
Quit?
Vote leave and possibly defect to remain.
She's going to quit, remain, leave, defect to remain. Oh, man, you feed that shit into your computer, it's going to blow up. It's like fucking hell.
What you lose, you win one, you lose one. It looks as though...
Win one and lose one as well. Up a bit, leave a bit, unbound. She's leaving it in. She's leaving. She's in the leave and she's out the out. And she's in the out and out in the leave. Perfect sense.
Sides have got something to be pleased about, and both sides have got something to be disappointed about this evening.
Bit of a stalemate then. Up a bit, down a bit, left a bit, right a bit. Both happy, both sad. Job's a good tune, but advertising yet? You should have.
Very much indeed. Just a quick reminder, of course, that you can see Jeremy Corbyn's one and only live TV performances, part of the EU referendum debate. That's here on Sky News, 6 p.m, the 20th of June. Do join us for that. You heard John say the big EU decision is featuring in the morning papers, as well as the Telegraph that we were just discussing. It's also on the front of the Express. It goes with the headline, Outrage at Bid to Rig the EU Vote. We'll be taking a look at all the front pages in our press previews at 10:30 and 11.
I fell asleep there. What newspaper was that? Sorry, man. I don't know where my head was at. I know where my head was at, actually. It was on Aaron.
The morning papers, as well as the Telegraph that we were just
Daily
discussing.
Express.
On the front of...
Gary, if you're watching, mate, there's that emblem you were talking about the other day, that woman in the interview with Nigel Farage. Nigel Farage and Daily Express are like that. Richard Desmond, the Zionist Jew, sucks Fadge's cock. City of London. Farage, City of London.
Goes with the headline, Outrage at Bid to Rig the EU Vote. We'll be taking a look at all the front pages in our press previews at 10:30 and 11:30 this evening. And tonight we're joined by the LBC radio presenter Ian Dale and the former secretary Jackie Smith. Maria Sharapova, one of the biggest names in world tennis, is tonight fighting to save her career and her reputation after she was banned.
Straight on to the anti-Russian propaganda bullcrap. Russia's bad because they're sports people who cheat more than others. Look, these tests that we've defrosted. Oh man, she's fucking hot, isn't she? Look. Sorry, but it does deserve that. Fuck. Oh, yeah. What can you say? What can you say? I think women tennis players are nothing more than like. I think other rich people go to like Wimbledon and go, oh, what? I have read one. I have read one. Kid you not?
Believe it or not, by my doctor, by my family doctor. And a few days ago, after I received the ITF letter, I found out that
I tripped up and fell when I had a cough and accidentally inhaled the flower I fell into. Honest, I done it. Yes, it's a very big coincidence. I've done it constantly for 8 years. Yes, very true. But it's horrible again. Like, why is this poor lassie getting fucking hung out to dry when all the scum fucks are doing it, man? Or maybe it's just me. Anyway,
and if you study her career, she's had a lot of fits and starts with injuries. I would be amazed if she can recapture it after that length of time.
Sharapova's career has seen her win all 4 Grand Slams, 35 WTA Tour titles, and nearly $37 million on court. Her off-court earnings are even more
I don't know how she'll ever survive.
Where suspended their relationships with her after the failed drugs test. The ITF says Sharapova is the sole author of her own misfortune. If the ban stands, she'll miss this summer's Olympics in Rio, and the earliest slam she will play will be the French Open in 2018, when she'll be 31. Enda Brady, Sky News.
3 people have been killed in a shooting in the centre of Tel Aviv. The attack took place in a popular open-air market close to military headquarters and the Defence Ministry. Israeli police say there were at least 2 people involved. They say both have been neutralised.
Neutralised? Can I speak to these neutralised men? Hello there, Mr. Neutralised Man. Oh, this neutralised man appears to have his fucking head blown off. Oh, right. Sorry, he's blown him the fuck away. Right, apparently these guys look like Orthodox Jews as well. Throw that into the mix. Genuine. Some cunt dressing that. I mean, the best definition of a fucking religious hate crime false flag would be dressing up as a fucking religious nut bar. Hello, Akbar! Oh no, that's ISIS. Notice the patterns here? And fucking the mask of religion getting used by all these just fuckwits, just fuckers. Simple scumfucks.
The military is being brought in to help recover the bodies of 3 men killed when Didcot Power Station in Oxfordshire collapsed earlier this year. Recently, the families of those who've lost their lives were told no more could be done to try and find their relatives. Police in North Yorkshire are urgently trying to trace a 16-year-old boy in connection with a stabbing. People have been warned not to approach Conor Woodrow if they see him, but to call 999 immediately. A woman in her 40s is being treated for stab wounds after the incident took place shortly after 11 o'clock this morning. A man who tried to behead a stranger in a knife attack at a tube station in East London has been found guilty of attempted murder. The whole incident in Leytonstone, apparently inspired by the murder of Fusilier Lee Rigby in London 3 years ago, was caught on CCTV and filmed by commuters on their mobile phones. A warning that this report from Sky's senior correspondent Ian Woods does contain footage of the moments leading up to the attack.
That's some crazy shit.
Call for police! Call for police!
Mohammed and Myre had already stabbed a passenger inside the tube station. Now he was pursuing others outside.
What do you want with this knife? Why you attack me?
A Polish man continued filming the incident throughout while trying to reason with it.
It doesn't matter. I'm no Muslim. I'm Polish man.
Parliament had recently voted to extend airstrikes to ISIS targets in Syria. Minutes earlier, the former taxi driver had identified the man he wanted to attack, a musician carrying a mandolin and amplifier. Lyle Zimmerman was grabbed, thrown to the ground, and repeatedly kicked until he was unconscious. Then Myre tried to saw at his throat, but the blade was broken and blunt. The musician was badly injured, but survived because no major arteries were severed.
Be careful! Be careful! Knife guy! Be careful!
See, that happened in the right place at Glasgow, man. The cunt would be plugged now. That's not a knife! This is a knife! That's not true. You don't have a fucking maniac like that fucking anywhere. But coincidentally, or coincidentally not, coincidentally or coincidentally not, that area of London is kind of like, I was going to say a mental area, but that's not true. But there's like, it's like the area that deals with a lot of mental health patients, and thus you get a lot of people that stay in the area and stuff like that. Going to fuck people who know that area of London, and I can't even remember the area, but I remember at the time hearing about that, and I can't quite remember the details.
Police praised the bravery of those who tried to calm Myrie. Initially, this was treated as a terrorist incident, but despite his repeated references to Syria and having images on his phone of murdered soldier Lee Rigby and ISIS hostages being ready for execution, the Crown Prosecution Service decided this was a criminal matter related to his mental illness.
Maya had a history of mental...
Shit, man, like fucking hell, he's like, I can protect the future.
He was referred by his GP...
He was a nut bar, and we were told it was terrorism at the time. He's just a crazy person acting fucking crazy. And he's probably not even that crazy, he's reacting to all the fucking Judine mind trick shit on TV, which these motherfuckers are part of.
And what we had is, during that referral process, this attack actually happened. If you look at organisations such as Daesh, IS or other terrorist organisations, through their propaganda, they do prey on the vulnerable.
Now look, that guy like that.
Don't speak this way! Myrie continued confronting other passengers right up until the moment that officers arrived and targeted him with tasers. Even then, it took several attempts to bring him down. As he was disarmed and handcuffed, a witness could be heard making a comment that became famous on social media.
Some of us have dedicated speeches and media appearances and sound bites and everything to this subject, but you ain't no Muslim bro said it all much better than I ever could.
And I'm going to steal it right now and try and pass it off as my own soundbite, even as I stand up here and saying it to a sound guy. You believe in these fucking scumfucks?
Because that will be applauded around the country.
Myrie was found guilty of attempted murder. He'd already pleaded guilty to 4 counts of attempted wounding. Ian Woods, Sky News.
One of the world's most wanted people smugglers has been extradited to Italy to face prosecution. The man, nicknamed the General, was detained in Sudan last month.
Nicknamed the General?
He played a crucial role in the Lampedusa tragedy.
We do actually stay in Gotham City, innit? This is like Gotham City News. Not, in fact, it's not Gotham City News, right? That's a wee bit... We're not quite there yet, although the people in costumes... We don't need the people in costumes. Go and walk down your city centre. But I digress. Where we really are at is kind of Robocop. Just without the Robocop. We've not got the Robocops yet. We've got cops who think they're Robocops, but that's just because of all the fucking amphetamine and steroids they're on. But that's the kind of... Go and watch Robocop, and do you know how the dystopian future that they kind of portray? That's where we're pretty much at. According to the news, that's the word, and that's where a lot of people live. A lot of people live not as they witness the world out there. They don't think the world is as they witness it. They think the world is as the news reports it. I wonder what was the weather like today? Quick, tell me, Sky News. Quick, close those curtains. Don't let that sun in so I can see the TV and see what the weather's like.
See when their boat capsized 2.5 years ago. Sky's Jonathan Sanders reports.
The Italian police believe that as one of the world's most wanted people smugglers, Mared Madani used to arrange life-changing journeys for others. Now they've arranged one for him, a flight to Rome and straight into detention. Prosecutors say Madani, who's from Eritrea, was one of the masterminds responsible for the Lampedusa tragedy in 2013. More than 350 migrants died en route to Europe in an overcrowded boat.
I think it's a really great success in the struggle against the human smugglers, because we can give a clear signal.
I think I'll have your ravioli and tomato sauce, please, Pedro. and make it snappy. Fucking just seeing an Italian guy, man, makes me hungry. I know it doesn't help those refugees out. It doesn't help me out. I'm fucking hungry. Anyway, this is what the fuck's refugee, brown people in boats. Tell you. Athletes freeze fucking sperm. What the fuck? Athlete freezes sperm over Zika fears. Oh my lord. Oh, the Zika. How much are you getting paid, my man, to do that shit? You fucking ginger fucking twat.
Not surprising with your background, you're talking a load of balls.
Balls! What? This is so you can listen to the music, you can tell it's so edgy and hard-hitting. And well, look at it. Look at this. Like a fucking sex doll, extra large.
Would you say bootylicious, Greg?
Oh, it's so sexy and young and hip. This is a TV show for the hipsters, you see.
Clad images of me anywhere in existence that I am aware of.
I'm implying there may have been nude photographs of me at some point. Right, I don't know, see how they're trying to sell you this primarily with sex? With all these menopausal women?
Right now. And oversharing too. Sharing. It's tough, you can't go to Disney World in term time. End of.
The Pledge, a new breed of debate show, tomorrow at 8.
A new breed of debate show, yeah, really, really genuine. Can I go on it? What can't I say?
On Sky News.
That's how genuine it is. Oh, a Mars bar. I went to Mars bar and then I want to go on a crusade and murder Muslims.
Start the front, s'il vous plaît. Merci, monsieur. Merci.
La la. La la la. Buy this car, la la la. It's got cool gizmos and stuff, la la la. Freedom, la la.
The Fiat 500.
It's a Fiat 500, la la.
Do you worry your dentures will loosen when eating or speaking?
Aye.
Confidence.
Try Polygrip. 2 adhesive ingredients in Polygrip fixative activate in the mouth, forming a secure cushioning layer between the denture surface and gum, which is clinically proven to give you strong all-day denture hold. Plus it creates a barrier to seal out up to 74% more food particles. For your denture comfort, choose Polygrip.
And eat, speak, act.
See, we don't get any anal leakage, we get poly fucking grip. Just ain't the same. It doesn't have the same pizzazz as anal leakage pills, doesn't it? Or boner pills, or...
With confidence.
Brand power, helping you buy better.
My daddy sold our car with a thing called WeBuyAnyCar.com. Daddy says it was brilliant because they gave him cash. Then he went to a big car shop and got lots and lots of money off the next car. Anyway, that's the Warren bit. Good days, he bought me a BMX.
Enter your reg number now at WeBuyAnyCar.com.
WeBuyAnyCar.com, it's a dog dealership. Don't know what it is, but I want it. I want to rock climb. I want to sleep with her. I mean, I want to sleep there in that lovely surrounding. Jump out a plane. Go in a balloon. Jordan! That would be pretty cool, actually, man.
The home I built for Nature is made from old sticks. The home I built for nature is a wooden brown and bricks. The home I built for nature is lots of leaves and logs. Now it's a hotel for little hedgehogs.
And try and sell us something. What are you going to sell us? We'll take beautiful children and sell us.
We can all build a home for nature to help our precious wildlife survive. For your free, personalised plan to give nature a home where you live, visit the RSPB website and enter your postcode. RSPB and you, giving nature a home.
What the fuck was that? An app to build a bird bath? Is that? Did I get that? I missed that. Oh, pork pie. Oh.
There's no other trickery to win this contest unless you are an absolutely great guitarist.
A guitar star is someone who simply connects with the audience.
It's very exciting because they don't know where they're going to end up. The UK's ultimate guitar competition.
I can do that. I just don't want to. That's a funny movie, Deadpool, man. A funny film actually. It's not a fucking movie.
Welcome back. After a 6-month mission, British astronaut Tim Peake has spoken live from space for the very last time. He's expected to return to Earth in just 10 days, and he's revealed that one thing he's looking forward to seeing again is the great British weather. Sky's Thomas Moore was one of those who took part in Major Peake's last big interview.
Houston Station, I'm ready for the event. In just over a week, Tim Peake will be back on Earth. This his last interview from
Twin Peaks?
Scotland Science Festival, and it's not just seeing his family that he's looking forward to.
You know, this is going to sound truly remarkable, but I most miss the rain. I think perhaps that's because I haven't had a shower for 6 months.
During his 6-month mission, he's...
Smelly bastard.
And the European Space Agency's astronaut is...
I'd call him a black bastard, but then I might be accused of being racist.
And, you know, I don't feel the need to impart them on anybody else. But what I'd like to say, in terms of cooperation and partnership, of course, is just the fact that I'm here floating in the most incredible achievement of not just European...
Water tank?
...national cooperation.
Tim's carried out more than 200 experiments, some of them on his own body, and he's tried to inspire children like Roxy to share his love of space.
What advice would you give to someone like me to become an astronomer?
Well, do you know, I mean, you've obviously got an interest in astronomy, and the first thing is just to do what I'm sure you're doing and enjoying as a hobby, and looking up at the stars.
She was thrilled by the answer.
That's just amazing.
Yes, what, yes.
To know that I've spoken to him and to ask him that question is once in a lifetime experience, and I'm lucky to have that experience.
Almost every waking minute of Tim's life on the International Space Station has been directed and watched by Mission Control, something he told me he won't miss.
I'm certainly looking forward to just having some nice time with my family, some private time, and some peace and quiet.
Hey, some private time with the missus, mate. Hey, 6 months.
So much to do in the post-flight period, but it's certainly something I'm looking forward to.
Tim's isolation in space will end with a high adrenaline plunge through the atmosphere back to Kazakhstan. Somehow he'll then have to readjust to normal earthly life. Thomas Moore, Sky News.
Do stay with us here on Sky News. Still to come, we'll be taking a look at what's on the front pages of tomorrow's papers with the LBC radio presenter Ian Dale and the former Home Secretary Jackie Smith.
The LBC radio station, I wonder if that will be taken over with the LBC, DBQB, GPBQ community. Who knows? But anyway, I digress. Let me have a wee shift here. So, thanks for joining, everybody. Hope you've enjoyed the BeNEWSment. And Lowlands, Mr. Drew, Collyman, Tazzy, the artist formerly known as Tony, your TV Unplugged, how you all doing, guys and girls? Cookie, Headlight for Sale, how you doing, my man? Jason, Lowlands, Mr. Drew, The Critical Thinking Times, how you doing, buddy? Magazine rack gets smashed up the other day, but keep on rocking, mate. Good stuff. Your TV unplugged and zigzag in the evening, guys. Thanks for joining. Tune in tomorrow night for another World BeNEWSment at 10 live. Cookie was in earlier. Tazzy, Jason, Lewis, Society of the Spectre. In the evening, everybody. I'm going to dish out the link for anybody that wants to join. If anybody wants to say anything live, quickly join. If not, the link will be still live for the after chat. I'll get us play ourselves a wee song, and I'll get out of here and tuck myself up into my bed. I'm knackered. Hungry again, actually, but knackered as well. But anyway. And if you have appreciated the World BeNEWSment, feel free to stick a wee thumbs up. Sharing's caring, all the links below and all that. Tell a friend, all that good stuff. And thanks for joining, Mr. Drew. Alan McVicker, how you doing, buddy? Foxy in the evening, Foxy, Tazzy. Hopefully I've managed to say hi to these all there. Quickly check the chat. Oh, there we go. Get Lowlands in. So I shall cancel my cam there and stick it on over here. How are you doing, Peter? Alright? Oh, that didn't sound healthy. There we go. Good evening, buddy. How you doing? Just need to unmute yourself, Peter. You should be all good, man. Peter! Don't know, Peter's obviously having problems. He's a shout if you get in the room, mate. You should be in. Let me see if Cookie has any problems. You with me, Cookie?
Yes.
Ah, there we go. I didn't know if I... Oh, hold on. Let me turn this... Oh, no, exactly what I need to do.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, what are you doing? Sorting yourself out? Oh, I know exactly what it is. It keeps fucking bouncing my microphone up to stupid levels, and it's encouraging the echo. Anyway, that should be a bit better. In fact, it should be more than a bit better. Anyway, in the evening, Peter, how you doing, mate? Anything you want to say live before we fire off?
Yeah, what a shit news that was. There was not much information in there, was there? No.
It's BHS and Mike Ashley, which, I don't know.
I thought it was very slow and very, like, yeah, I don't know. Like, take your brain out, you know.
Aye, Fox News-ish.
We've done your thinking for you, and this is how it is, and, you know.
Took them 15 minutes to get to Israel. Took them 15 minutes to get to that. And they didn't mention anything about the Orthodox Jews either.
Of course not.
Not yet, anyway.
Not until they're sure it was Palestinians, of course.
They'll come on and say it was this guy called Mohammed Sirhan. So what about yourself, Cookie? Anything you want to say, get off your chest before we fire off live, buddy?
No, nothing other than what you already said.
No worries.
It was just a ping pong. I thought it was ironic that they did the bit on tennis, because most of what they were showing you was like watching tennis. Ping pong, backs and forwards.
See if somebody asked me right now what the hell was on that news, I'd be like, BH, you know what I mean? I'd be really struggling. It was that kind of hypnotic. Blah. but maybe it's just called the Fox News effect. And Taz, how you doing, Taz? Long time no see. Have they let you out the asylum?
Yeah, I escaped for a little while.
Alright, so they're still out, they're hunting for you then, so you might be going back in if they find you.
You never know.
How you doing anyway, Taz, alright?
Yeah, I'm alright there. I'll say I was just listening to the news there. That's just nuts. Just just all different levels of pish, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it's fucking for sure. So,
I say I wonder if I can vote out of listening to it, and Cookie reminded me that there is an off button. So.
But I like to.
I wanted a vote out of it.
No, you can. You can't vote them out,
No
out
one
that
register, or they can't vote without registering. Whatever.
Well, guys and girls, hang about for the after chat, and we'll have a wee chit chat in the meantime. Thanks everybody for joining. Tune in tomorrow night for another World BeNEWSment at 10. Saturday, Friday night show will be about the camping and whatnot. Then Steve's on a Saturday and Five's on a Sunday, and then background to Wednesday, and it'll be Peter's again. So community below for all the hangout links and stuff as and when they're going up. So thanks for listening everybody. Cookie, Lowlands, Tazzy, hang about for the after chat and whatnot. And what am I going to choose? Theta State to play us out tonight, guys and girls. So catchies. Just need to press the right button.
Faith not to think too brave, filled up with darkness to turn out the lake. Sat in front of a TV screen, watch it flicker away with the rest of the dreams. Who are you to tell me where I've gone too far? And who are you to tell me who my enemies are? Faith, you're not alone. House of cards holds up the throne. Everything gets blown away when we stand here and say, oh, who are you to tell me I don't look alright? And who are you to tell me I will stand and fight? Ain't no one on it, we Jeremy Hale.
quiet down now.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, Mama.
Night, Tazzy.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, Mama. Good night, Daddy.
Good night, children.
Night, Tony.
Good night, Elizabeth.
Good night, John Boy. Good night, Jim Bob. Good night, Jim Bob.
Good night,
Jim Bob.
What's going on?
Good night,
Who's
Jeff.
asleep? What's everybody doing? Good night, Jim Bob.
F.E.A.R, come on. It keeps the cheese and the knees and the rats and the race and those peasants in the days like a head up on the ace. It's F.E.A.R.